Hello. I think, oh, or something that I used to do. Um, I think that a year and a half is roughly the amount of time it takes to change your life. So I think that's the amount of time that takes to settle into a social circle, to learn a new skill substantively, or to self-assign new labels that overwrite old ones or exist in addition to old ones. So thinking of that in terms of myself, a year and a half from now, I will be graduated, no longer confined by the shackles of a 4-month time span. And with that, I want to be decisive and certain that the type of person I want to be, the work that I want to be doing, and the people that I surround myself with are things that I choose rather than fall into. And that has come about through many existential texts which I've sent to you, and lists of more pragmatic things that I need to do and prepare for, and curriculums and whatnot. But one thing that has been resoundingly helpful actually has been to read the biographies of people that I want to emulate. So one of them has been Marie Curie. I've been reading her biography as I've been telling you intermittently. And yeah, I want to read you a couple parts that really stood out. So this is talking about after her husband dies, which we are not replicating because it is not part of the plan. But the part where it says that the rest of her life resolves itself into a kind of perpetual giving. To the war wounded she gave her devotion and her health. Later on she gave her advice, her wisdom, and all the hours of her time to her pupils, to future scientists who came to her from all over the world. When her mission was accomplished, and she died exhausted, having refused wealth and endured her honors with indifference. Paragraph number 1. I think the part that stands out to me most about that is how she was a vessel for an idea, and she was survived by all those that carried on her ideas. And I think that's really special. The next part that stood out. I hope that the reader may constantly feel, across the ephemeral movement of one existent, what in Marie Curie was even more rare than her work or her life, the immovable structure of a character, the stubborn effort of an intelligence, the free immolation of a being that could give all and take nothing, could even receive nothing, and above all, the quality of a soul in which neither fame nor adversity could change the exceptional purity. Oh my God. You can tell that this was written by somebody close to her, and in fact it was. It was written by her daughter. In the last paragraph. And to this young girl, Marie Curie still bore a resemblance on the day of her death. A hard and long and dazzling career had not succeeded in making her greater or less, in sanctifying or debasing her. She was on the last day just as gentle, stubborn, timid, and curious about all things as in the days of her obscure beginnings. It was impossible to inflict on her, without sacrilege, the pompous obscurities which governments gave their great men. In a country graveyard, among summer flowers, she had the simplest and quietest burial, as if the life just ended had been like that of 1,000 others. I think the part that really stands out about the few passages is how steadfast she is in the things that she believes in, and how everything peripheral to her is exactly that. It is peripheral. And as somebody that has been playing around and experimenting with my environments for the past, I guess, like 3 months, and really my whole life, I don't feel that way. Like, I don't think I've sufficiently developed my character or sense of self or anything that is strong enough to really stand in the face of adversity or criticism, or even like to maintain a level of steadiness even if when things are succeeding greatly or going very poorly. And I think that's a really difficult thing to admit to myself. But I think it's something that I'm working on and slowly developing. And I actually think being in a space like this, kind of far away from everything, helps bring me back to that again. Um, it's a really interesting bubble. I haven't gone outside in 3 days, and I see the same 12 people every day, but it really makes me think about away from all external stimulus, the status, the glory, the whatever. It's just like, oh, what type of person do I want to be? Like, how do I want to spend my every single day? Um, I feel that I'm working hard, but I'm not particularly stressed, which is, I guess, a good place to be making decisions from. So, yeah, this is more of a internal monologue than anything, but I guess helpful to explain this all out. Nothing that I'm saying here you haven't heard a million times before, but yeah, the more in-depth technical stuff you'll get this weekend when I talk about transistors and stuff, which there are a surprising number of. Um, and I also want to talk through a circuit that I'm making. So I'd like to finish by then so that I can walk through and show you. But yeah, okay, thanks for listening. Bye.